Hello, welcome to Threefold Talk, folks. We started on time. I made it here. I nearly overslept. And yeah, we're going to have some chaotic love stabbing going on. That sounded weird and unusual. I need to work on that
sounded
intro.
perfect.
That sounded perfect.
Chaotic love stabbing.
Chaotic love stabbing, yes. Joining me this week, we have Roof Mistress Leigh-A, Melindhra, and the... I don't know whether I should bow, worship, kneel, but please welcome Moridin to Threefold Talk as well, folks.
Yay! Rum and rattle!
I've been very good. To protect Leigh-A, I have put Moridin and Leigh-A separately on the screen as far away as possible as I'm able to do, just to, you know.
So just a corner touching, just the tip.
I am
just the tip.
I am so outnumbered today.
Why would you be outnumbered? Why would you say that, Leigh-A? What are you implying?
I'm the only roof mistress here.
Yeah, that's true, but you're always the only roof mistress. That's not different.
No,
that's not different.
That's not changed this week, so. Apparently, Jess says next to each other on her view. What? No. From Moridin. You know, I'm Black Aja. Mel is, you know,
me.
A friend
Mel's
of the,
Mel.
Friend of the dark, you know. So
particularly stibblicious today.
Yes. So you know, Leigh-A is, you know, just keeping her safe on the corner. Just a tip. So you know, as they say.
Who knows? Maybe she'll just feel like she needs to join the party because she'll realize how much more fun it is.
Oh, that should be the next poll. Do we think that Roof Mistress will be Black Aja or Darkfriend by the end of this?
Yes.
I
don't know. Can we convert her? Yes. I mean, party with her.
I mean, not gonna lie.
Gonna fail utterly.
Black Tower podcasted that Red Aja episode. I was like, ooh, maybe I'm a Red Aja. So, I don't know. It's
why cookies in the black. So
it's open for never say never, right?
Indeed.
Why do you think you might be a Red Aja?
Or I just like the way that they put it, because they were really putting it in the context of the way the Aja is really meant to be, not the way we read it in the book. So it's more of like the law keepers and like the police force of the of the magic casters, essentially. So when they're the ones that really have the authority and the power to go do that, the way they're executing it in the Third Age is done poorly because they're just basically stilling all the men and being assholes to all the women. And then they had theories about what the Fourth Age Red Aja looked like. So I just really love the way that they discussed it.
Gotcha.
So. And we all know that Red is the most Black Aja, or the highest contributors.
Is it?
Yeah. the highest contributor.
That's our favorite combo, the black and red.
Yeah, it also is the most one of the more populated ones. So like you just kind of get like there's a numbers game, but I think her not only numbers wise but percentage wise, red has the most black.
Okay.
I think a lot of that also has to do with like no warder, so there's not a lot of ties there. But anyways,
man,
there we go.
This is a spoiler show, people. By the way,
yes, there is a banner running along the screen that says that very much so. So yeah, spoilers. Leigh-A, how's your week been?
Chaotic.
Chaotic.
It's been a Black Aja type of week.
Okay.
Yeah, Lord of Chaos has ruled very highly this week.
Right. I love Glenn in chat, by the way. The Black Aja does not exist, people. The Red Aja is a gateway Aja. Nice. And yeah, Rob,
It's
for a weekly
funny.
real news is green could just be proportional because red is by far the largest. Very possible. Very, very possible.
I do think actually proportionally they do, like, if you just did a ratio or a percentage wise, they still have the highest percentage just for the Ajas.
Okay.
Yeah, and green is the next popular. They actually don't have quite as many. I think blue actually has a lot.
Okay.
Compared to the others.
for some reason I had it in my head that it was white that had the most, but
I feel like white had the lowest, actually. We'll have to look into that. Someone will look that up for us while we're chatting away.
Yeah.
somebody's
And unfortunately, I'm not home. Otherwise, I would, because I always have my companion right next to me, and I would just do my pseudo brown Aja thing.
I like your
next to
backdrop.
me.
Thank you.
So, Melindhra, there's a discussion in chat about Darkfriend chocolates. Darkfriend dark chocolate on the black market. As a fellow Shadow Pow, is this something you're aware of? Did I miss the marketing meeting on this?
Well, we are well known for having the most scrumptious treats at our parties.
This is
full
true.
of all of the right kind of additives to make them particularly effective in the ways that you enjoy.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm a big subscriber to the Darkfriend cookie monopoly, the MMO, MLM. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The MLM, the Darkfriend cookie MLM. They keep
MLM?
just like, multi-level marketing company keeps delivering cookies, and I can't stop. Won't stop.
Okay.
They're delicious.
And Moridin, welcome to Threefold Talk.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. Now we're getting into the cookie chat. M&MO. What? Scrumptious like the bird child of older 8, perhaps. Oh, jeez. No, I think that's
Love it.
Moridin, I think they're better than that, aren't they?
Crunchy
They're better than that.
They are better
squishy.
than that.
Dip that bird in chocolate.
and juicy,
Salty.
stabby, mouth stabs, the best.
Okay.
That's what she said.
So the black Aja is about the same size in total as the red Aja, folks. So it has about over 200 members. I can't find the list of like how
Wow, that's a lot. No wonder
Yeah.
I said I have no honor. I mean, what?
many. I'll go hunting a bit later to actually find numbers if they're in there. So
That's
nice.
a lot.
But
That's
I
like-
thought it was like half of the I said I were black.
That's a lot.
Yes.
I am highly surprised by that information.
well, we'll dive more into that later. I'll spend some time. Maybe I'll be able to hunt it down, or someone can hunt it down and send me the link to it as a file somewhere. That'd be nice. So, Maury, I see you're dressed appropriately for today. Do I spy a stabby stab shirt?
Yes, it is a
Look
standard
at
shirt.
that.
It's
Hey.
visible, but yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. That's amazing.
Beautiful black.
Yes. Yeah, gotta have the black on the go. Look at that. See, you know.
What did
So,
I do?
you're
Just
shaking
warm
your
my
head there,
cadence
Leigh-A.
sword, just like normal.
You know, like, but Leigh, you're in black too.
I am. I figured,
Blend in.
that's the part. If you can't
Well,
beat them, join them.
I asked chat, And I said, we'll lay a party with Maury, Mel, and Rob by the end of the show. And 73% of them say yes.
Hey,
So,
yeah.
You know, this is...
We got you.
Yeah. Cookie Monster is the dark one. 21.5% of all Aes Sedai are black. All these Shadowrunners in one place. Yes. Yes.
We're all here for you. We're all here for you.
Yeah.
Ow.
20%, 50% is close enough.
Yeah, exactly. We get it.
Still,
It's
a
good.
lot. That's a lot. That's a lot more than I thought. I mean, and I was educated by the Shadow, and I definitely am surprised
By the way,
by that
can we just
information.
appreciate the freeze right now that's happening there? That's beautiful. So let's do some... Oh, wait.
so
are you scooching up
frozen.
now? Still frozen. All right. Let's
That's
run into
freeze
some
frames
Daily
on
Veil.
3
That is. Let's run into some Daily Veil, folks, and you know, have hopefully Leigh-A unfreezes by the time that finishes. Spear brothers and sisters, it is time to cover up your face, for the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spears roots. This is the Daily Veil. Yes, folks, it's Daily Veil time, so welcome to...
Am I moving yet?
You're here.
And your music.
Yes, and welcome to the total lack of news that happened this week, at least as far as the official account is concerned, ish. But we have news regardless anyway, so Jessica Sedai, by the way, I guess I didn't know that Rob is Black Aja. Well, now you do. And as Bain&Chiad is there, if you're going to freeze like that. So, what's going on? Excuse me? Huh? Chat? No. And Leigh-A, they are asking, and us is asking, have you had a haircut?
Yes, so it's not a haircut. It's actually like one of those topsy-turvy style hairdos, so you can actually see the hair tie. But I will be getting a haircut this week, or this weekend, so there will be a new hairstyle. It won't be the dead ends that I have, since I haven't got my haircut since before JordanCon. So
impressive. All right, folks. First bit of news is kind of it's the closest we got to news from the account this week. But thanks to the Loneliest Guy Shine, they decided to look through the Twitter polls that the Twitter account has been doing, and this is the one from April 20th. And the answers to all three of the questions are a factor of 3. So we had Matt's Dice, Aes Sedai facing Loghain, and what the Aiel refer to the threefold land as. They're all factors of 3. Then we had the second quiz on May 13th, all about the green Aja. And then we had the recent one on August 3rd, which was just over a week ago, all about the light, children of the light. So sat there putting them together, and they spelled out 3 green lights. And this is appropriate as well, because I think they started passing us Darkfriends information back in April, as others noticed this, or have I just missed it? Am I earning more toe here, fellow Aiel? We have no wise one here, but we have the roof mistress here. Is Loneliest Guy Shine?
I actually did respond and say that I think that the Loneliest Guy Shine actually has G for being the first one of all of us to notice. So
It was. I love the Twitter account response here.
I love
Just a
this.
little.
Just the worst.
I love the Darkfriends smile on Mr.
How do you
Rogers.
make
It's the
Mr. Rogers have a Darkfriend smile? I mean,
It's beautiful, isn't
honestly.
it? I'm just letting that play a little bit. It's great.
It's so good.
Like, now I'm never gonna look at Mr. Rogers. What the hell?
You know he has that in him now. You can't see him any other way.
Yes. This is, canon now that he's a dark friend, folks. So, but I believe, where is this? I'm loving this unexpected Mr. Rogers smile. Yes, and Geeky Eerie, also kind of back on May 13th after the second one was last quiz theme was 3. This theme is green. Season 3 green announcement soon, please. So Geeky Eerie was kind of onto it, but I didn't pick up that it carried on with Children of the Light. that Gaishan has added in there. So yeah, I think much G. At least a ramen rattle and a shout out.
Yes.
So, ramen
Way to
rattle.
go.
Yes.
I am very impressed by the commitment to the research that this Gaishan did, because in the midst of carrying tiny grains of sand on spoons back and forth between tents, Loneliest Gaishan managed to like search through all of the, months worth of like drivel that we've all put all over Twitter. Like put that out and figured all of that out. I mean,
I can't even go back more than like 2 or 3 hours on Twitter because there's just so much. So going back and looking at everything, that is just again, so much G for doing that research.
Yeah, I feel like maybe 4th age Gaishan should be a researcher, maybe at a new research university, not the one in Kyrian, because that's a terrible idea. But maybe there's another one somewhere else that they can go to.
Ruidian's gonna have a massive library, like especially with like we Aiel love books. So I'm sure part of the fit that we take from every place that we go is a lot of books.
Yeah,
even though they're heavy, but that's what pack horses are for.
Could they be like research assistants in the column dom or something?
Yeah, maybe so. Exactly. Maybe so.
Yeah,
but I think
so we'll need Gaishan to help do all the work around the Library of Ruidian.
But Hail Rogers. And sorry, Kayla Mel. Mr. Rogers is not a dark friend. You take it back and do not poke the only good memory of my childhood.
That's really sad for you. I'm so sad for you to be learning this information now as an adult. But listen, life's not fair.
My grandma says Ruidian Lending Library. Just popping back to the that one. That's a great.
I mean, each hold has their little lending library, so you could go around and share your books. But I feel like Ruidian will have the big library.
Yeah.
With all the, I get that.
Good place once the year and the day is up for Loneliest Gaishan.
Yeah.
Then they wouldn't be lonely anymore because they'd be surrounded.
Gaishan though after all this?
No, I mean, they still you can earn a lot of G as a Gaishan. You still have to serve your year in a day.
I was corrected on this by I think Amis corrected me on this. I was like, I'm just a token Wetlander for a reason. So
what did you say?
I think I was like, I feel like you've earned G. You're no longer a Gaishan or something like that. I don't know. I'm just a Wetlander. We'll have to check in with the wise ones. And then Amis commented underneath. It was just like, basically.
As she is wont to do.
Oh, we tried.
Correct. Yeah, I tried. So
listen. In this circle of friends here, this circle of slightly shady friends, we can make a whole new world. A whole new world.
Yeah, well,
a future where Gaishan can be Gaishan for forever, or released for earning tons of G. You decide.
Okay, wow.
Savannah started making Wetlanders Gaishan, so Rob, watch out.
Mel's putting in a whole new perspective. Right, let's move on to the next segment of news, folks. And that is, this one's pretty important on a personal level to me, because, folks, if you want to come to MalkierCon in person, you are nearly out of time. Okay, folks? You have a fraction over 7 days left. I'm not joking, folks. Just over 7 days. Look at it. You go to the registration page. You have 7 days, 15 hours, 41 minutes, and 31 seconds to register for in-person attendance.
And that's at 9:20 Eastern time on Thursday night. So if you're watching this later, it's less time now.
Yes, exactly. It's even less time. So registration closes at... I need to do some real crazy math. It ends at 6 p.m. on Friday, the 19th of August. Okay, so that's 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday, the 19th of August, or 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on Friday, the 19th.
See, this is why Moridin needs to break the wheel, because it's already a hot mess.
Yeah, it is already a hot
mess. Break it.
Yeah, but folks, you need to come. Digital passes will still remain on sale, and it's just you just need to get in there. But this is a fun segue into there's like a follow-up piece of news to this, which I didn't load up the picture for, so you have to bear with me a hot second while I sort that out.
Silvertooth has a really good question, Rob.
Okay.
He says, still need to get my virtual ticket. How long do we have for that?
The virtual tickets are on sale right up until the convention starts. Now, there will be a couple of things with that, so let me pop this down and see this right now. We'll do the reveal in a second. So there will be a role that goes with Discord. That's if you've bought a ticket either in person or digitally, you'll be able to receive. It's a manual thing. I can't send you the role via some kind of message or something, but you'll get the role. In the role will come with a few channels. There'll be one for like photos, there'll be one for all the links to everything that we're live streaming, so you can watch them live, or if the time zones don't work out for you, watch them back. And then just one for general chit chat and things like that. So that will be happening. Well, I missed something about a shelf, by the way. What's this? They sometimes keep saying Guy Shane, which I assume is Rob Nixon. Nice.
Great job, Peter.
Way to go, Skeeter.
Nice. And there's something about the shelf. I don't know, I've missed something there. So
Jessica said I had a cool shelf.
She got some new exciting books for her shelf.
Right. Okay. Nice. So, you'll be able to get that, folks. So I will stop selling tickets probably, I don't know, the day before or something. The virtual tickets, so that I can then, send out the role to the link to the Discord if you're not there, so you can get the information. But then I will also send out emails and stuff. So that's that one I can do in advance. But the in-person stuff, obviously we need to chase dietary requirements. We need to make sure people who are getting the t-shirt purchase in advance have that. You need to tell me what size I need to get you, so those things will be happening. And now that's a fun little segue, folks, because I have the convention art piece ready to share with you. Yes, folks. So Tree came to me a while back and was just like, Rob, I have an idea for some artwork to go on the badge and the t-shirts, and I love the private chat still going on in live chat. It's great. And so Tree and I have been working on this for a while, and Tree finished it just over the weekend. And this is a very exclusive piece of artwork, folks. So you are only going to get this on the badges and the convention t-shirt if you pre-order the convention t-shirt. And if you haven't already done that, you need to reach out to me to sort out how to do that, because I will not be selling them at the convention. You will not be able to buy them later on. You will only be able to get them if you buy them in advance. And there will be an option if you want to buy them. And if you're just reviewing digitally, Skeeter's already hit me up about that. So you need to reach out, folks, if you want that. But you will be able to get this artwork on things like, as a print or on a mug or a tote bag or something. We're going to set up a little stall for Tree at the convention. But folks, this is an incredible piece of art. So here,
quit
I feel
teasing us. You tease. Come on.
I need some sort of like music, but folks,
spin your wheeling on kiss and make the kissy sound.
Oh, okay. No, I need to share that screen. So like,
oh my gosh, just show the goddamn fucking art.
This is like t-shirt edging. What's going on? There we go.
Wow.
That is this is titled
incredible.
The Golden Crane Flies. There it is, folks.
Beautiful.
Look at that. I am blown away by this.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm speechless. I'm just staring at it.
Right?
It's so pretty.
Wow. Tree's amazing.
Yeah. This is
So
pretty
did you
crazy.
guys discuss like the concept, or she was just like, I got it?
No, Tree sent me, honestly, Tree's gonna hate me for this. Tree was like, I've got an idea for this. And I was like, okay, what have you got? And she's like, I think, the golden crane flying towards Malkier's gap, Tywin's gap, sorry. And I was like, that sounds amazing. I love this. And she's like, I'll send you a rough sketch. And it was just a digitized colored, outline. And you know what? I loved it. I was like, I put that on the t-shirt right now. And she was like, no, this is terrible. You can't put this on a t-shirt. And it looks really cute. I really loved it, genuinely. Maybe that will be a thing I do in years to come when we look back on the convention and be like, this is the original, and Tree will hate me for it. And then she would just send me like an hour later, she sent me like a progressed version of it. Like, yeah, I worked on it a little bit, and I was like, holy crap, okay, I see why you call it a sketch. And in essence, Tree just kept working on it until she was as happy as she could be in the time frame that we'd managed to get together. Sent this to me. I want to say actually Monday. Sent this to me.
Wow,
it's amazing.
So on the badges, you'll have this on the badges where it says Malkiricon at the top, and on the t-shirts, I've got it without the Malkiricon. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might leave it on with the t-shirts. I've got the option, so we'll see what.
Yeah, for the t-shirts, leave it on because you want to.
Yeah. But it's absolutely stunning. So you'll be able to get this as at the convention, not like necessarily pick it up there in person, but Tree will have a store, and we'll work out some things if lots of people want it in person. I
think I want that like on my wall. I don't want to wear it on my chest. I mean, my chest is great, but I want it on my wall.
Yeah, people are saying that. This is fucking amazing art. I need this. This is beautiful. So much talent. I want this on my wall. Jess, yes, I don't know if you call that, Jess, but I was saying like it is something I'm working on. Skeeter's hit me up, so I will have that and announce that as soon as possible once I just work out the kinks, because I was going to try and do it as an add-on option, but the website's weird in how it does events. It's just a quirk I've discovered by doing it this year, so I might have it as a secret link I can send you so you can buy the t-shirt type thing and just have it directly sent out to you. I just need to wait for the high-res link so I can put them on the t-shirts, and then we'll go from there. So, but yeah, this is just stunning, isn't it? It blows my mind every time.
I mean, I the clouds I can't handle.
Well, and it looks like there's light coming from behind Tarwin's Gap, not just like a sun. It actually looks like it's shining.
Yeah, and I love the wispy, foggy clouds underneath, and like all of the craggy rockiness, and there's so much. She's so talented. Like,
she really is.
We're talented. So lucky.
Yeah,
I love this rendition of Tarwin's Gap. It's great.
It is stunning, isn't it? So, folks, that is the piece we'll have for this year. Next year, Tree and I will be able to sit down far more in advance and work out what we do for next year's Malkiricon. And then,
I don't know how you're going to top it.
Are you kidding? Like,
keep using it.
Next year, it's already perfect, and you're like, but next year it'll be even more. And it's just like, how can you top
up
it?
High hopes. So
we'll think something else. Like, hey,
well, next year we'll have the Malkier origin story to kind of play off of a little bit.
That's true.
Exactly. So,
which we still don't have, which some of us still have not seen.
Nope, I have not seen this. In fact, now I've said this, I'm going to go look for it.
It's August.
If it's actually dropped yet.
It's not up yet.
It's not.
Never.
No, if it's not, I checked. I was trying to watch something in like the 30 minutes I had before the show before I needed to get ready. No, not there. So I just watched Schitt's Creek.
They're such teases. If I weren't a fan of teases, I would be more angry about it.
And yet you were upset that I kept teasing you about the badge art. So,
I'm also a fan of it.
When I set up I had a different idea of what might be on the t-shirts before Tree approached me. I was like, hey, I'd love to give you some badge art. And then she showed me what she was doing. And I was like, I'd love to put it on t-shirts. And we chatted about merch and stuff. So that's why it doesn't say on the ticket order thingy what the art would have been. If I'd known about that in advance, like if Tree and I had sat down 4 months ago, instead of, got it done many, many months ago, I would have then put it on and been like, hey, if you want this is what you're going to have to do. So I'm sorry that, but it's just how it worked out. So it's the first year there's going to be kinks like this. So,
but I mean, I didn't know.
So good.
I didn't know what the Jordan Con badge art was going to look like until I showed up and got my badge. So, I mean, don't kick yourself for not.
No, this I think because about the t-shirt thing. I think that's what they're saying there. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and the last piece of news is it's a fun one for us. This is part of the family. Tigraine had her name day this week.
Yay!
And she revealed something, didn't she?
She got the best name day gift ever.
Yes, that's a chibi,
Yay.
folks. A jewel chibi. Look at that fucking thing. That's beautiful.
So
I need to
So
edge out so we see
adorable.
now. Yeah. This is amazing. Baby bump and everything.
I don't
love
even know how Memo just like keeps outdoing herself, but she does
Really?
every time. She captures the essence of it every time. Every time.
Got in the best chibis this time. I mean,
Yeah.
like, Melindra's one. That's
So Melindra's one? That one.
Yes.
You mean? Can you see the difference, by the way, when I have the file and when I just like take a clip off Twitter?
A little bit, a little
sorry.
bit.
That's why the quality may not be the highest.
Yeah,
But
It's great. It actually kind of looks a little aged, which is not so bad for this particular chibi. Yeah.
but it's stunning. So happy name day to Grain.
Yay!
Yay.
Rum,
So
rum,
what do you think?
yay.
Yeah.
he's such an integral part of the Twitter community. Like I can't imagine Twitter of time without her. So like,
Exactly. I very much agree.
I don't know how she is so creative and comes up with all these things. It just literally blows my mind. So
Yeah.
I agree. Right, that's a fun. I'm going to remember this to do it this week, folks. That's kind of the end of the Daily Veil now. So
Twitter.
that's all the news. So we're also going to say, let me just change the music. There we go. The high tempo of the Daily Veil is finished now, and folks, that is
Getting your blood going too much.
It does.
Rob?
It's no. I like it. I like it. You know, like the Daily Veil music I've started last week. Like we crank it up a little bit. Like it's cool. You know, feels very newsy, but it doesn't feel very. It's not our show. So I need to try and get that in with it. Let's have our nice music playing in the background. But folks, if you're watching on Twitter, because I give you a sneak peek on Twitter every week now, but I often forget to be like, hey, you've had your half hour. You want to come, you have to join us on YouTube now. So, but folks, you've had your half hour. So if you want to keep watching, you need to come join us on YouTube.
us.
Yes.
We
This
want
will
to
be
talk
fun
to you in
polls.
chat.
Exactly. So, but yeah,
maybe you'll get your comments posted on the bottom.
maybe. So, but yeah, so bye Twitters. There it goes. It's going now. Twitter's is gone. Getting good at this. How many
That
weeks
was good. Well done. I think that was the first time you hit like 30 minutes.
In the words of Aiel, you're gonna get yeeted out.
Yes. Oh, yes. This is
So
true.
good.
This is true. Okay, folks. We have a guest, and we know what that means here on Threefold Talk.
Indeed.
It
I
does.
need like
So
the stabby stab. I guess pen stabby stab.
it's time for Moridin to face Fear the Spear.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. It's always so strong. And then I play the nice music again.
That's what I was thinking, that like our Daily Veil music would be really good in this segment because it would like amp up the anxiety.
I think we
Yeah.
need like something
instead of
that's
scaring
more
the crap out
So,
of
like,
I need to find something a little bit more ominous.
it's
for this
like
segment, I feel like.
Jeopardy-esque.
Honestly, if you just put that like on
Yeah.
loop, that would be very stressful.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would probably get stressed out by that music. And
I
I'm
love
not
it.
even the one going
This
through
Rob's
it.
first time. Is this the first time Rob was on time taking away Twitter? Iris, I think Rob only remembered because Twitter was mentioned. Yeah.
Hey, regardless, Rob, you have G for that.
Thank you.
So
Oh wow, you're just handing out G-like cookies,
Yeah.
almost like how we hand out cookies at our parties. You should come to them.
you
Yes.
know, I'm not a
Welcome
sweet
to social.
person, so cookies aren't the things that entice me.
We can do.
You know,
savory.
there are all kinds of
Cookies.
Now
things.
you give me
brownies,
cheese or a
ice
good
cream.
pate, and I'm all in.
We would
Cheese
find
cookies?
something you would like to put in your mouth.
I'm sure
mean,
you could.
That's our motto.
I could.
Like a
Could I
nice
tempt
little
you with some
taco or
threefold
some
salsa?
sushi.
What is happening? What is that? Wait.
Enjoy some threefolds. By the way, this is not paid promotion here, folks. Let me be very clear about this. We've been talking about this for weeks privately, It was on Twitter or something.
Yeah,
I remember when I went to the
think
store, I'm like,
found
I
it.
need to see if they've got it at the store today, and they do, folks. So today I'm drinking threefold hard seltzer, citrus flavored,
I
orange,
think
grapefruit, and
John
lime.
who's also from England, found it, and
That was it. Yes, it was. Was it John?
It was John.
Yeah. So we're gonna. This is only 83 calories a can, so I've got a couple of cans. I'm gonna have some fun. But Maury, while I enjoy this threefold seltzer,
I'm
please
really
tell us-
excited to listen to you describe this seltzer and how
I
it
don't know if it's gonna be worth
effervesces
that.
in your mouth, and the bubbles saturate your every neuron.
But please tell us your name, society, and clan, and then we'll start randomizing questions while I tell you about this thing I'm putting in my mouth right now.
Put it in your mouth.
Let him answer the goddamn question.
I'm sorry. I'm very distracted by the fact that he's drinking us right now. He's drinking our land. Which is weird, because if you were drinking our land, you would just be like eating spoonfuls of sand. Like, I don't understand how this works.
Punching on butt rocks or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, name society plan. Go.
My name is Zen Mori. My society is the Hype Society, and my clan is the Clowns of Time.
I love it.
Love
That's
it.
great.
That's
Perfect.
wonderful.
That is great. Luke, I should either. More importantly, what's the ABV? What is the ABV of this? Probably not very much, to be honest. I feel like it's a seltzer. It's not. You know what,
The whole
it's quite
88
refreshing.
calories is like, who cares? Only Wetlanders care about that.
4%.
4%.
So, yeah.
Okay, so
Basically
that's
drinking water.
he gives
But
that
it's
to
fine.
children.
I almost spit you out. Yeah, I did. Oh wait.
Is it even Uskai at that percentage?
Yeah,
I
don't
think
it
that's
is.
something that Kyrian and like Aiel came up with. That definitely seems like a drink that they would be like, yeah, drink this and you'll be more like the threefold land with your 4% ABV.
That's why, right?
Yeah, there has been a request, folks. It's finally appeared in chat. Thank you, Jessica Sadai. You have earned much G and a ramen rattle because you have finally said, hey, wait, we haven't had this yet.
Butt rock.
There you go.
I'm
You got
glad
some
we're
butt
not
rock.
waiting to the end of the show like we did last week.
This is
Now
true.
it's a threefold talk show.
Now it's a
Yes.
Now it is.
All right, let's get a question for Fear the Spear because we're being very sort of like just chilled and relaxed this week and it's getting a little chaotic. All right, we're starting on question 8. I still says shipping at the top. I don't know why I haven't changed that. But we're shipping you with question 8, Moridin. Roof Mistress Leigh-A, this is so appropriate. Here is the question you need to ask.
What is your Uswai of choice?
I think like a good Moscow mule or something, or an Aiel mule, or we could call it.
Aiel
Those are
mule?
delicious.
Moscow
Meridian
Aiel?
mule.
Yeah, a
Purple
Meridian
rock
mule.
cold mule.
Yeah,
That doesn't
cold
go
rock.
off the
Ah,
tongue,
yes.
but we'll work on that.
How would we differentiate a Purple Rocks whole mule from a Moscow mule? Would it have sagate in it? Is that
Yeah.
the difference instead of mint?
No, mint is for a fork root tea. Probably sagate.
Yeah, definitely sagate.
All right. So the initials for that are PRHM, and I actually did have to write that out. So I was like, I'm not going to do this well off the top of my head. And then I actually did write 2 double R's, and I was like, okay, I need to have less Uspai. But PRHM, Prim. So is a Purple Rocks Hold Mule a Prim?
Purple Rocks Holt, yeah.
I like
That
that.
sounds, yeah. It
All
does. It does work.
Sounds like something Elaine would drink, a prim.
Yes. Yeah, this is true. Yeah. Nice. All right, Moridin, your next question coming from Mel is question number 7. All right, question 7 on the list.
I almost guessed that this is what it was. I almost have it memorized. I was so close.
I need
Okay.
to randomize the questions more.
Moridin, what is in your Cadensor pockets?
I was thinking about this, and I am still carrying around a shufa in my Cadensor pockets to veil myself, and stab
Much G.
little
Very
germs
smart.
in the air.
Okay.
Carry
That's
a
it?
shufa.
Just a shufa. You don't want to contaminate it.
No.
I mean, Mel, you of all people should know that sometimes all you need is the shufa.
I do know that. Thank you for reminding me.
I mean, sorry, shufa and a spear.
And maybe a knife strapped
Maybe
to
a
your
knife.
upper thigh.
That's not in your pocket.
This is true. Well-
Yeah, the things that are in my pocket in that are not shown.
I mean, in her pocket maybe, but there's a spear and something in someone's pocket. I
That's a
think.
conversation for later.
Nice. See what happens when we don't have anyone to control us, folks.
That's why it's a shadow show today.
Shadow show!
Look, we're just running backwards in numbers here. What's going on with this? All right, Moridin, you're getting question 6 now. So, if you could be any Wheel of Time animal, what animal would you be, sir?
Oh, that's easy. That would be a Lopar. After I saw Todd Draw's Lopar, the
Oh, yes.
adorable, sleepy
yeah.
little fellow. That's
So
my
cute.
favorite
cute.
animal.
Are you saying you are an adorable, sleepy little fellow?
When they let me stay dead, I hope so.
Nice. I like it. Okay. Should we do one more? We'll do a couple more questions, and then we have 4 specific questions. So we'll do 2 more here, randomized, and then we'll have 4 more in specific questions. Hey, it wasn't 5. I was half expecting it to be 5. Number 4, Leigh-A.
What notable person would you take Guy Shine?
Hmm.
Not the loneliest Guy Shine, because we're setting him free soon for his.
He's
Yeah.
got G.
Yes, there is G there.
So I'll be vague, but I think there's someone whose first name is very similar to Shamuel's first name that I think could probably use a little Geisha. Just a little.
That's super vague.
Yeah.
I haven't had enough Uzquai to understand your vague rarities. Alon. Okay. So,
Wait, Lan?
No.
no, a real life person named
Mhm.
Elaine?
A real life person?
Yeah, named Elon?
Musk?
Elon Musk? Oh, good job!
Nice.
So the dog.
Nice.
Okay, why him?
Why? Look, we're getting Elaine, Guy Shine.
Took us a minute. We're just not as quick as you. That's why you're like number one.
And
Yes,
I
we
got
do.
it before, like because of
Yeah.
timing. Like, she
And
goes
thank you,
for
Bike Burns. Friendly reminder: please please smash the like button, folks, or stab it with that chaotic love.
Thank you, Glenn, for pointing that out. Good job. You're the best. I really hope you come on our show someday and have to answer questions.
Just take a whiff, you smell the musk. Nice, love it.
All right, Glenn, you haven't been drinking as much as we have. Okay, whatever.
He says he has more of his 4% salsa.
Listen, sometimes those Shafail come up with ideas that they think are just really, really great, and they're like super proud of them. And sometimes you just don't want to break their cute little hearts, and then you do because they're ridiculous.
Oh yeah. No, you just do. You just
Yeah.
do.
All right. One last question, Mel, and then we'll hop on to the more specific questions. What should be it's number 2. Number 2.
Going backwards.
We are, aren't we? All right, number 2 is kind of fun. Mel, here it is.
Who would you fan cast to portray your character on the Wheel of Time show?
Wow. Oh, I can't remember. I think to join on the Expanse bandwagon, I think Keon Alexander, who played Marco Naros, would be a very fascinating option for Moridin.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yes.
I am with you there 100%. He was really good at making a really like batshit crazy character sympathetic. Like you knew that he owned it, right?
Yeah,
At least you believed that he believed what he was
and the
doing.
actor himself was so involved with the fandom. Like, I think he would be a fun, like, just like so many of the cast members are now, just like a fun addition to the cast, especially for us. Right?
Why don't we just port
oh my God,
all of our...
this happen now?
We could port all of our Expanse favorites over. That would be fine.
It's true.
They finished. They're done.
They are free
They
now.
all need new
Sure.
projects. Come join ours.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
He'd be great.
You hear that, Rafe? You hear that, Rafe?
Yeah.
Expanse of time. Let's go.
The Expanse of Time. That
Do
sounds like
you
a
think,
episode.
I mean, related, do you think that they would do the Moridin character switchy thing? Or do you think they would cut
Good
that
question.
to, like, end the confusion, to not be so confusing? I don't
Well,
know.
I am biased, so I totally think they're going to do the Moridin thing. So,
You think so?
but I think it's a hotly debated topic. There are a lot of people who don't think Moridin's going to appear because Ferris is really good. And I agree, I want to see more Ferris. But I also want to see Moridin.
This is true.
Right, yeah, I'm with you. I want to see both. Well, and I'm wondering if maybe there'd be potentially more flashbacks. So maybe he, like, even if he goes through like the sequence of the books and Moridin does exist, whether there'd be like cold opens with
I could-
Ishmael.
Yeah, I could
Elon,
also
Elon.
see... I could also see him getting defeated and then the Dark One bringing him back just as Ferris again, but with a new name. I could see it still being the same actor.
That would be so confusing though, wouldn't it? Especially for non-book readers.
I think it would be more confusing if it's a completely different person who's... I mean...
Isn't that kind of the point? Like in the books, Rand keeps seeing this face and he doesn't know, like he's actually like somehow telepathically connected, like pseudo telepathically connected.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. You guys know what I mean. We're all book
Yes.
readers.
Yes.
But he keeps seeing this face and he doesn't know who this person is, not realizing it is Ishmael and that they are connected via the dreams. And like in Ishmael or Moridin, Ishmael saves him in Shadar Logoth, and Rand doesn't know who this person is. And Moridin's just like, I just can't let you die yet.
Yeah.
So, like, you're being a dumbass, but I can't let you die yet.
Yeah, this is true.
Like, it wouldn't be the same if it was Ishmael saving him. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
Rand would accept the saving.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
This is true. Okay, on to the specific questions. I'll launch it off here. So, Ishi, Moridin, please tell us, why do you like Moridin / Ishi so much?
That's a good question. I think something about the Moridin name stuck with me, and it's my Twitter handle for a long time, even before I just fully. So there's like a process on Twitter of time, like you're like jump into Twitter time just as yourself, and then like eventually you're like, what are those chibi things like we saw like. We just saw with Shael's one, and you're like, I want one of those. And then you get one of those, and then you eventually just decide to just go full hog into character and just become Moridin. So, like, it started with a handle from 20 years ago to fully embracing being the character on Twitter time. But why do I like the character? I don't know. I've just got a thing for the maniacal bad guy in any property that fails horribly all the time.
Okay.
So, and that is our Ishi or Moridin in this case.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Leigh, you have the next question.
Well, I think you kind of answered the first part.
Yeah.
Do you also want to destroy the world, though? I think it's the question that we all really want to know, especially, the non-dark friends, friends of the dark. I don't, whatever y'all call yourselves.
Shadow pals.
Shadowrunners.
Yep.
So, I think I wasn't always super on the destroy the world bandwagon, but lately there's just been a lot of crap happening, and I just can't help but just keep treating Team like Ishi was right. And it's just like we just keep doing
what?
Stuff in this world that just makes me go, she was right. Let's need to stop. So
That is
maybe I do.
First thing that any of y'all have said tonight that might actually convert. I'm not converted yet, but Moridin, point, like, there's a little more points in the direction of.
So
I'm gonna say dark.
So Leigh-A, do you think Dina was like kind of like her argument was, I mean, it's very similar, right? Like she clearly is listening to Ishmael talking about how like people just keep suffering and the suffering continues and it doesn't get better, and so let's just stop it, break it. I think the thing with her though, sorry, you can't control us today, Rob. The thing with her though is that she clearly wanted it to break, but it to be reset. Like she didn't want it to end.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing, like even in the darkest places of life, like when shit is just super awful, you can find moments of joy. And even like, so personal story, my sister was anorexic and bulimic for a long time and actually had to get hospitalized for it, was going through massive therapy while I was in the Navy. I was just like, I was living in Seattle. I was like, move in with me. Like, just move in with me. Like, I know shit sucks. Life is like fucking terrible. Like, I've got enough money. I could take care of both of us. But you have to understand, like, there's the only reason life is good is because life is bad sometimes. You can't have good without having bad. And like, that's one point of the books is it's all about balance. Like, and that's especially when Rand is battling the Dark One. It keeps coming back to like, you can't have just one or the other. Like, if it's just good, it's all vanilla, and then it just starts going to shit, and then you get back into the same cycle. So like, shitty times are shitty. Like there's no cherry glasses, there's no rose-colored glasses on that. Like, it fucking sucks sometimes. But those moments are what make you appreciate when life starts getting good. Like when you have good times, you can be like, oh yeah, no, that shit fucking sucked. Now I know it's good. So you have to have both in your life. And there's my sweat tent talk for the day.
Leigh-A's talk TM.
Yes.
I totally agree. I mean, you totally need that to appreciate.
Yeah, like in poor Dana, like, but she could have found, like, she was in a shitty situation, but there were probably ways, like if she had a therapist, that she could put herself in a better mental state. But also therapy people.
She did have therapy though. She had therapy in her dreams every night.
Anyway,
right.
Next question.
Next question. I do have some echo there. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think it might be Leigh-A. I'm not sure. Leia's checking the stuff.
I think
but
it might be Leigh-A. Yeah.
There we go. For the headphones in. Mel, you have the next question.
Yes. Moridin, as betrayer of hope, did you train the Tweeter of Chaos in their abilities to build up and play with our hope in the fandom?
Well, they did. No, I thought they were the Shadowrunner, but they called them. I think Rafe is what they
called Rafe a Shadowrunner. Yes,
so
Rafe is a Shadowrunner.
I think Tweeter of Chaos just likes to be chaotic, and I think nothing's more chaotic than like giving you everything in one day and then going radio silent for like 3 months, like we're currently in. So,
Yeah.
and just like, what did we say origin shorts? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
maybe they're coming out this month, maybe not.
The San Diego,
Yeah.
Like they promise us things, and but it's only been 3 weeks since then.
Would you think that? I mean, you would know clearly because you're Moridin. But is the Tweeter of Chaos a friend of the dark?
I'm gonna say not yet, but we can work on it.
Not yet.
I think
but
we've got
will.
Rafe, but I don't know
All right.
about Tweeter Chaos.
Yeah, clearly Rafe. Clearly, he's on our
Twitter
side.
Chaos is the ultimate sadist, Vardar, as my grandma says. Nice. All right.
But we
We've
still
got-
love you, Tweeter Chaos. Please
We do
don't
love
hate
you,
us.
Tweeter
Please don't hate us.
Leigh,
Some of
you
us do.
have the final question of Fear the Spear, so round it out for us.
If you could have any chosen, except yourself, which meaning Moridin and Ishmael, who would you choose to have in your Hinder stream with you? And also explain Hinder stream for people who don't know what that is.
Yeah, maybe explain the Hinder stream a little bit first. He's the podcast that comes out on Saturday, folks. Woo, where I interview the Hinder stream, and then answer the bulk of the question that we've just asked.
So the Hinder stream is a tweet thread that just won't die. It's been going on for 8 months, and since it won't die, it's now gotten sort of gravitational pull where the people who engage in that tweet thread won't let it die. We will not let it die. It'll continue until Twitter shuts down, which may happen if the Gaishan has his way, but that's a different story.
I love it. There's a
Have
Hinder stream
you-
podcast now. No, there is not, Half Man Dan. I interviewed the Hinder stream on my podcast. That's what's happening this weekend. So sorry.
If you want to be on Hinder stream or like follow it, how do you do that? It's not regular Twitter, right?
It's a regular Twitter, but if you want to jump into the Hinder stream, look for something in your feed which has 50 people on it, and then just keep replying to some tweets until you become part of the Borg that is the Hinder stream, and then you'll be in the Hinder
nice
stream
crossover.
and wish you were not.
Yeah.
As for Forsaken, snakes and foxes they're in and out of the Hinder stream, but since they're there, I would say Landfear, because I think that would be fun just to see their Landfear's interactions with snakes and foxes and all the other people that we have running around in that place. So think
I
that
would
be
say
fun.
that the Hinder stream also has an appreciation for well-baked treats, just
We
like
do. We're
Darkfriends socials
basically
do.
a Darkfriends social thread of nonstop posting about treats. So if you like
Yeah.
treats, and
did
the
discuss-
calories in the Hinder stream don't count, is what I've been told.
Yes, we did discuss that. That came up, didn't it? The treats and the calories. Echo being on strike currently. Echo's on strike, is it? It is an Echo. Yeah, Echo's on
Echo's on
strike. In terms of baking the cookies. So,
Um,
but you'll have to catch all the fun of that, where I sat down with Moridin, Jessica Sadai, Echo Sadai, Snakes and Foxes, Child Not a Dark Friend,
What Nerd Girl.
and... Sorry?
What Nerd Girl?
And What Nerd Girl as well, yeah, Tad. And we sat down and had a good chat. It was a lot
That
of fun.
is
So,
quite a fun cast.
yeah, that comes out.
Did they answer my questions?
I
I had very specific questions.
I started with your questions, Melindhra. So, yeah, I specifically started with your questions. You'll find out on Saturday. In fact,
I
you'll
look
be able
forward
to.
to hearing.
Yeah, you'll be able to enjoy it. It's good fun. And that's it for Fear the Spear, folks.
Yay!
Yeah, you
So-
survived!
Yay.
We survived.
Wait, we need to do a poll to ensure that he survived.
That's a good point.
So just because you guys are all in your like little black Aja,
You're in it too.
Um,
You're in it too, Leigh-A. Don't be so jelly. Don't be so jelly.
Fear
You're
the
welcome in our
Spear.
party.
I
We
think
are
you were
learning.
inviting me, but I have not
We
yet accepted the
want you.
invitation. I
We
appreciate that.
want you. Come play with us.
I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want that?
Leigh-A.
Ow, that got really sassy really fast.
Here.
I love while I'm typing this in.
We want you.
All right, there
It's a
is a
little
poll
more
going
creepy
in right
than
now.
inviting.
Did Moridin survive
Not
Fear the
gonna lie.
Spear? So.
I was going
And
for
that's-
like
that's
creepy
no-
child horror film
was.
kind of vibe.
No, you did not miss that episode, Moridin and I and everyone. We sat down a couple weeks ago. This was also kind of answering Silver2's question here. It was a couple weeks ago we sat down and recorded this, but it comes out on Saturday of this week. I moved my podcast recording for season 3. It used to come out on Fridays, but it basically came out like 2 hours after 3-fold talk finished, and I was like, I want a bit of separation before I'd be like, hey folks, more stuff's out. So now they do on Saturdays. They come out then. I don't do live Discord recordings that often. I did it with Danny and Ali when I sat down with the two of them. That was a lot of fun, and it was. Oh god, that was so. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to have them back because.
Were you able to keep a straight face?
Well, it was tough at times, especially when the two of them started talking, and I was like, I can't react to anything they're saying, but I also need to try and stop the two of them talking now because
that's so scary about first-time readers is like I've had several first-time reader friends. It's just like, I just do this basically like everything they say, I do this.
Yeah, I was like, where's my mug? I need to emulate Brother Sips right now, so. But it was good fun. So that comes out on Saturday, folks. And the live Discord recording, it's I don't record at a set time every week, so it's tough to pull that off. But maybe one day I'll get to the stage where I do set recordings.
But you know what? Queen Anna's really good. If you tell her, she'll post in the like that events thing in your Discord. So yeah. When I do them, I do announce that they're happening, folks. So it will be in the Discord server that I'm like, hey, I'm going to do a live recording of this. So which means all of y'all need to get into the Discord if you're not. If you want to participate in these things, we've got a really fun chat. Also, as multiple people in the chat have mentioned, smash that like button, and also follow Rob on YouTube. Yes, please like and subscribe to the video. If you're watching back later, please comment your answers to questions we've asked or things we've talked about, because not only do I want to know what people are thinking, and I try and respond, it also helps YouTube know that people are enjoying the video, and then the algorithm's like, we should show more people this video, and then more people can come and join us and be foldies. So, and we love the feedback. I love what Silver2 is saying here. Like, I went back and listened to Wheel Take's first episode after that. Pretty great stuff, I keep thinking, I listened to myself and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should do like a comparison, like listen to the first episode of each or something and then like talk about like react to them type thing. And it was like, wow, there's so much work committing to that. But
Wheel Takes is a great podcast.
It is a fantastic.
And if you want Texan Shantian accents, Gus does a great job. So
he does.
That's the place to get it, because the show will betray you on that front.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to listen for the accuracy to see if he's able to pull it off.
Friends who are first time readers, that is one of the best first time podcasts to refer them to.
Yeah, and
there's so many great ones out there.
Yeah, I know that's so hard to say. But they're really good.
Yeah,
they're very active in the community as well. So
so it's great.
Right, well, folks. Congratulations, Moridin.
Well, let's see what the poll says first. Let me end that poll.
I don't know if he's going to. I don't know if there's going to be positive results from this poll.
Did Moridin survive the spear? 15% said of course, 15% said definitely, 34% said 100%, and 34% said yes.
You know what? I love that statistical distribution.
Yes, that's
really
beautiful.
Quite the spread. Quite the spread. Much like our parties.
Well done.
Yeah, this is great.
So, Rob, we've got two things that we're going to talk about.
We do.
So, I think the first one is a question to Moridin. And this is not out of Fear of the Spear.
This is just general chit chat now, Moridin. You can relax. You can lean back on your knife and let your tongue go free. So
Yes, and chat, we also would be very interested in your thoughts on this. But what does it take to be a good bad guy? So to be a successful, I think using the word good is probably bad.
Effective?
Yeah. What does it take to be an effective bad guy?
Yeah. I like this question. So
I think a lot of people want their bad guys to be effective. I think I hear that complaint. For real time, like the Forsaken are terrible. They're not effective. Don't do anything. But I just want them to be entertaining more than effective. I don't care if they're effective. So I want them to just when they have the screen time, I want them to just be totally entertaining and be like the best thing in that show or in that book. So an example is Sandman, which just came out, which I won't spoil, but this character in there that doesn't have a lot of screen time, but it's the best screen time, and it's like my Forsaken goals is to have the Forsaken be that entertaining with whatever screen time they're going to get.
Oh, can you allude a little bit to it without spoiling?
I mean, you could probably throw out a name. Is the character named? I don't think you said anything that's spoiling if you just say the name.
Well, I could say the character starts with the D, but they all start with the D.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Okay, cool. I haven't watched it yet.
It's one of the siblings.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
Don't monologue. You caught me monologuing, you sly dog.
Well, so that's a technique that you should not do. So, like that's a trope of like villains monologuing, and then that gives the good guy a chance to do their thing.
Yeah. So you'd rather them be kind of like steal the show, steal the thunder, steal the limelight, pull focus in a really entertaining way, regardless of the outcome of what that focus pulling actually does. Is that what you're saying?
Well, they're probably going to fail statistically, so because they are the villains. So at least they should be entertaining while they're scheming and monologuing their motivations.
So how would you rate like Elida as like does she do that for you as a bad guy? Does she like pull your eye and?
You know? Elida is a hot mess, so she's incredibly entertaining. And the only person maybe more entertaining is Alviarin as Elida's foil, who can piss her off and is maybe even more entertaining to watch. To read than Elida, but they're both incredibly entertaining.
I think this is a really good time to bring up the question that I wanted to like kind of like theme our conversation on is like which bad guys in Wheel of Time deserve to be chosen. So, like, as we're talking about people who are maybe not even necessarily Darkfriends, like, who deserve to be chosen either, and your qualification of who could be a chosen.
Now, I think you should come up with the first name, as this being your question.
Sure, no. I just want, like, as we're talking, to think about it. Maybe we could table that until the end, but think about it as we're discussing, like, what makes a good bad guy.
Well, yeah, and I think we could actually put the two together is like discuss whether they do meet, like, and let's go by Moridin's definitions of bad guys. Like, are they entertaining enough to actually be bad guys? They're just not like people who do bad things.
Yeah, but I think people might define that differently.
Yeah, well, I think Gelb might not. We're having a great conversation.
Look, chat was asking for
also entertaining screen time, so
yeah, so.
But that's not a bad guy.
That's not bad.
But you could also, like, there are many other ways. Like, it could not necessarily be the one that pulls focus, but it could be the one who like works behind the scenes and is the most effective at like actually affecting change. I mean, you think about when you're ranking the actual chosen, who do you think's the best chosen, and effective is in the eye of the beholder, right? Who do you think is the most effective one? And why is it Grendel, and why is nobody else agreeing with me? But like, anyway, you know what I mean?
She's already a Forsaken. She's already a bad guy.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're thinking about like who would rise to the level of that.
I think maybe whoever can bring our heroes to their lowest point might be effective. So maybe Samarach is very effective in what she does to Rand and almost does to Mid. It might be that answer.
I want to throw out that Peter should be one of the chosen. Peter doesn't get enough love.
No, like Peter's on like my level. Like,
tries super hard. Come on.
Exactly.
Peter, like he's just, he's young and inexperienced, but that passion, that's hard to find.
There is a lot of passion in Piter. I agree. I agree.
I love Peter so much. Like, I just don't understand it, honestly.
I just finished doing a re-listen to book 1, and when Peter comes in, he's all just like, "Oh, I've just bumped into these people at this village on their walk, and it's like, oh look, yeah, oh," and then they start being like, "Fuck off, dude," and he's just like, I could send people. I don't know. I'm just trying to do my job. Please come with me. It's like, oh, you're so adorable.
Why haven't we gotten Peter on the show yet? This is a travesty.
It is really sad. Double and he gets to come back.
He does.
There is a Twitter Peter.
Yes, always we're talking.
He's great.
Darkfriends and Forsaken, we're talking like, which are the most, we're kind of combining like who's the most effective and who should also be a Forsaken / Chosen, depending on your orientation. Because
we're kind of doing this right now.
We're dipping in and out of those two conversations.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think Twitter Peter, by the way, Leigh-A, is currently a possum. Yeah. So, just like,
yes,
it's a whole situation.
Okay.
Dana who is throwing out there, bring Dana back. She would be chosen material if she could channel.
I don't know. I mean, again, it depends on your definition.
So Dana Lou, thank you for giving us our first one that we're going to talk about. So show Dana. Obviously a dark friend, like not in question. If she hadn't like gotten like stabbed through the throat by Tom, also 10 out of 10 on stabs on that one.
Yes.
Would she have eventually been up for being a chosen? Well, okay. Also, for this, we're gonna say chosen don't have to channel because
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that parameter. See, I don't necessarily agree with Moridin that you don't have to be effective. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to draw focus, which Dana did very well, but she wasn't effective. She didn't accomplish her main task, right? She didn't keep them in the shitty little town until the Fates showed up.
She was pretty effective until
she started monologuing, and then they found her out.
Yeah, but
you got me
monologuing. She revealed her hand. Otherwise, she was very effective.
Yeah, she was extremely effective. I think that was one of the crazy things about watching it and being like, oh fuck, she's a dark friend. Like, I think everyone who watched that episode was just like, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
She was extremely effective, and again, until she wasn't, and then but that's the nature of books and shows, is the good guys mostly usually get through the situations. The good guys always win, right?
I think we'll see more effective
two proposals. Go ahead.
Bad guys on the show.
Yes.
Because unlike the books, they cannot carry a huge cast.
Right.
So I think we're going to see Darkfriends and Chosen and other people, I'm assuming, going to be effective and actually kill more of the cast as the show progresses. So.
Oh, I hope so, but I hope not also. So who do you think?
Who do you think is going to die, or who do you think is going to be effective?
Oh, let's go with just being effective. Let's not go with that tangent conversation.
I think
Melindhra will be more effective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I also think Moridin will be more effective because it will make her eventual capture more of a victory.
Yeah. It will also amp up a bit for Nynaeve, her story, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they really will want to play on the personal vendetta the two of them have against each other.
Yeah, so I think Moridin has to take down someone that Nynaeve feels really close to or really protective of. Probably a character maybe that they make up in the show for that purpose, or maybe a minor character that they bring in, but like Nynaeve is gonna like form a close relationship to this person, and Moghedien's gonna take her down, and then that's going to, because you can't have Nynaeve's like mental, all of that like necessarily play out the way that it played out so beautifully in the books.
For the Moghedien Nynaeve relationship.
So like Nynaeve just starts to like Aegean in, and then we lose
it could be Aegean.
No,
it could be something like that. Yeah.
That would hurt us.
Or
are we getting the fight scene between Moghedien and Nynaeve?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. We're getting that scene.
That sly, what do you call it? What is it they do when they sit there and talk and try to distract the other person?
You sly dog! You got me monologuing.
Yeah.
And then Nynaeve just like throws her slipper and hits Moghedien in the face.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I can imagine that Nynaeve takes it under her, like, she gets a bee in her bonnet about converting a Sanchin former Soldam or Damani from being a total Sanchin to someone who like appreciates a more different worldview, and she's like, I can imagine that she's almost got that person on the cusp of like fully embracing it, and then Moghedien like takes that person out.
Has a colored Soldam with her. Like she doesn't release the what's her name? That person. That person. Because there's only just a few characters. I can remember all the names.
There's a couple here and there.
But interesting.
Yeah, I could see that whole situation like building up the drama, amping up the drama. Somebody that Nynaeve really cares about has to get taken down in order for that to bring that Moghedien conflict to fruition.
Okay.
So that's my vote of more effective is Moggy.
So can I throw a show effective one that's already there? That's more effective in the show than they are in the books?
Mm-hmm.
Padan Fain.
Oh.
Yeah, he definitely was on my list of potential chosen, like, deserving of potential chosenness. Yeah.
Well, but do you? Oh, right. So we'll let Moridin talk. But like, so in the show, actually, in the books, as he goes to Faldara, he gets captured and gets questioned, and then has to like stage this big breakout. So they bypassed all that, and Padan Fain just like rolls in during the Trolloc invasion and is like, "What? I got the horn and I got the dagger, so fuck you guys."
He taunts Perrin a little bit while he's doing it.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
So Padan Fain is like, and he's like just sly there so many times in the background.
He's just like pimp walks himself into everything. Just takes over.
Does.
He's so good.
That actor, like I can't remember his name, was like doing a bomb ass job at it. But anyways,
it's great.
So show Padan Fain right now is way more effective than book Padan Fain.
He is.
And there's already, like we've seen in the previews that they released at San Diego Comic-Con, that there is a Murdrell near that. So we already know that Padan Fain's going down that badass trail. Like if he does become in the show his own entity.
I wanna throw out a prediction.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do, once I've moved, because I'm moving house in like a few weeks, less actually, a couple weeks. Once I moved, I'm gonna start doing more, sort of TV speculation and videos and stuff like that. But I think that Padan Fain is kind of getting a little bit of the who is it who ends up Mazrim Taim, a little bit of the Taim path, where he sort of proves himself and then becomes chosen. I feel like they're putting, to keep Padan Fain more relevant to the story, I feel like he's in that path. I feel like he's secretly a channeler or something, a dreadlord. I just don't think he's one of the chosen. I think that they're throwing out, he traveled the ways. And as far as we could tell, all right, there was that little picture of him holding a trefoil leaf, but there was channeling as far as we could tell. So I feel like they're setting up small hints that he has, at the very least, extra powers, not necessarily channeling, but something. I feel like they're going to work him up to be a high level baddie, which is what he should be, which is what he should have been in the books.
So if the show does tie in, do you think they do time and dread? And fix that, and maybe we can. And then Padan Fain is the character that gets elevated.
No, I feel like that would be. I feel like they should honor a little bit of Robert Jordan there and be like, "You want it? No, I'm not fucking giving it to you." And just let us sit there with that for another 20, 30, 40 years. So, yeah. See, people are liking this. Sorry, he can use the. Nicholas Boyers, thank you, appreciate that. You like that theory. And Kata's like, yes, he can use the Waygate, so
all right, so Moridin,
no disagrees.
Book Padan Fain. Does book Padan Fain yes or no bad guy? And then second question, so 2 questions, yes or no bad guy. Second question, if yes, does Padan Fain deserve to get chosen status?
He's definitely a bad guy. Does he deserve to get chosen status? I really don't even remember how his story ends, unfortunately. I know
Matt takes him out in a ball of dust. Like, he turns into like a ball of matching chin, mashed arm mixed together.
Yeah, he just sort of turns up and Matt's like, Bosh.
And Matt like sticks his dagger in and it just takes him out.
Yeah, he's basically like becomes this unworldly thing.
Yeah. Like, I imagine Pigpen from
from Charlie Brown.
From Charlie Brown. That's what I imagine. He's like,
except Pigpen is resurrecting dead people and making them like zombie puppets.
Yeah.
Isn't
that what Pigpen does?
No big yeah.
Now I want a memo chibi of Padan Fain as Pigpen.
Oh my god! Yes.
Is there a Padan Fain Twitter account?
There is not.
No.
I mean, I'm not.
No.
There needs to be.
Not. There needs to. Yeah, come on.
I mean,
it's hard. It's hard. Like, I mean, I think Moridin knows it's very hard to play a bad person
we should
on
just
Twitter.
It. So.
We should just commission Memo to make that fun.
Actually, like, I might forego my personal TV commission to get this now.
Yeah, Padan Fain. You're gonna wait even longer for the frying pan. Is that what you're saying?
Is Miss Zombies.
Yeah, I think Padan Fain. I think Padan Fain is high on the list of people who deserve to be chosen because he actually.
But he
actually did shit.
He kind of
OnlyFans
Darkfriends, like he tells the Dark Lord that we shall not name. We're not saying
my dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently
Let's
there
go
was
ahead.
a Padan Fain account that has just been very inactive. So I'm going to search.
Oh, there is. Okay. So, but yeah, he tells again. To go fuck off, basically, and goes and does his own thing. Like, he literally starts stabbing Margot. So, and relinquishes his own herd of Trollocs. So, that are completely not under the control. And Padan Fain somehow is this just... Anyways, so he is a bad guy, I definitely agree. But chosen, do you think your overlord would want him in the ranks? Like, and do you think your overlord could pull him back in?
So I think, like, if we're going to lose when we're probably going to lose some Forsaken before the last battle. And I think if we're going to raise any Forsaken before the last battle, whether it be the Dark One or Nameless, and I definitely think Padan Fain is on the short list for being raised to Forsaken before the last battle.
Rob, good pull.
Good poll. Should Padan Fain be chosen? All right, and then I want to hop us over onto sort of a different side of this. Basically, why are there no Aiel Darkfriends besides Melindhra? You know, or why do we not hear about
they're
them?
not?
Well, why do we not hear about them? Why are there why are there no big ones? Why are the only scary Aiel Darkfriends we hear the red-veiled handlers? So
I have thoughts.
Mel, bring it on while I put this poll in chat.
Yes.
I want to end on this part of the conversation.
Oh, me go.
Yeah, you go. Yeah.
Okay, so Wetlander Darkfriends, right? They tend to be driven by their own selfish, Wetlander, tiny, insignificant needs, right? But Aiel Darkfriends have grown up in the world of G.E.T.O., right? So they've grown up in honor and obligation. So the reason that an Aiel might choose to be a Darkfriend is very different than the reason that a Wetlander might choose to be a Darkfriend, right? So they're not going to go, like, put it on blast. Like, they're not going to go be the most obtuse, like, overzealous, like, big, bombastic Darkfriend. They're going to be the kind of Darkfriends that just, like, slip in at the end, do something very effectively, and slip out and not say anything about it, because their honor is internally derived. It's not externally derived, right? So so I think there's more Aiel out there than you can see, Wetlander. There's more Aiel Darkfriends out there than you can see. And so, related, I clearly am a terrible Aiel Darkfriend because I fell in love with my target, right? Like, I mean, if I wanted to take out Matt Cawthon, I would have taken out Matt Cawthon. But I clearly did not want to, because maybe Tavernus, but I choose to believe it's because he's just so damn adorable, and I love his face, you know? And I couldn't do it. In the end, I couldn't do it. And so I don't necessarily think that I failed in my mission so much as I chose not to do it. But at the same time, I deserved the punishment I got, because some oaths are more important than others. So I would like to propose, on the level of bad guys who deserve to be chosen, I want to propose Tharava. Not Savannah, because she, for some reason, is the most Wetlander-ish Aiel I've ever met in my whole fucking life. I hate her face. But, like, Tharava...
She's not deliberately being a bad guy. She's just oblivious. Like, she's just doing her own thing. She's a bad person. She's not a bad guy.
She's a Wetlander in Aiel clothes, is what she is.
Like, Savannah is Elida, and I forgot who said it, but she's like, new Coke to Elida's Coke. And I forgot the podcast I heard it on. But...
Yeah.
That's a good analogy for it, yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, no, I think Tharava, though.
But Tharava was...
Can you describe Tharava for some people who don't remember who she is?
Okay, so Savannah takes all of the Aiel Wise Ones with her when she goes through the portal boxes or whatever. What are they called? The fool boxes, right? The fool boxes. When she pushes the button and takes them away. So then, so then they take a bunch of people, including Fael and all her posse, hostage, and Tharava is one of the wise ones who
the head wise one at that point.
Yeah, she's kind of the head wise one in the opposing faction to
the Shadow wise one.
Right, in the wise one. So there's like opposing wise one factions within the Shadow wise ones. Tharava is extremely effective, extremely like
brutal,
cruel.
Yeah.
In ways that even like she's so cruel to Galena, who we hate her, and yet she becomes sympathetic because of how like terribly she's treated by Thorava and how effective Thorava is. Like she's like Cimarog level of effectively tortures this dark friend, you know? And so I think that if Thorava was well targeted by the Chosen, if the Chosen weren't so Wetlander,
but Thorava,
for lack of a better word, Thorava would have been highly effective.
Friend of the dark at all. Like she's distinctly not. Otherwise, Galena would have been able to connect with her that way. So, like,
I don't know.
Is this an assumption that like she converts over for whatever insert reason here?
I'm saying that Thorava is the kind of bad guy.
She's obviously a bad guy, but being a bad guy doesn't mean you're a dark one. And I think that's one of the brilliant things that Robert Jordan does. Is like, bad guys don't have to be followers of.
You're gonna say it out loud, and then we're gonna know we have you in our clutches.
So that's interesting. Do you think in the Darkfriends social they should not only tease an Aiel, what we all know as Melindhra,
please,
but also a Aiel wise one?
I think that would be hard at the beginning of season 2 if they did the Darkfriends social, because nobody knows what an Aiel wise one is. So I think that would be
but it would
difficult.
be a good Easter egg. It would be a really good Easter egg.
Yeah.
That you go back.
But just an Aiel would be cool.
Yeah.
Any Aiel who maybe a Fardar is my Aiel. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna
just some boots. All I'm asking is for some boots. That's all I want. I mean, seriously, I've been saying like the whole time, if I'm just like literally in the background pulling Matt into a tent, like that's all I care about. That's all I want.
If an Aiel was at the Darkfriends social, they would know how to cover themselves up to not be recognized. So you literally would not see them regardless.
Yeah, but Aiel also have blinders. I mean, not to throw any of us under the bus, but I'm a Shadow, so I can say stupid shit. But like, we have very restrictive codes, you know? And so it would be very difficult for us to not reveal ourselves as Aiel.
I mean, right? I guess we wouldn't know how Wetlander cloaks worked. Maybe?
Right. Like,
maybe?
We're not spies, you know? Like, we don't, like, infiltrate and camouflage ourselves and become others. We are good at hiding, but we are still Aiel hiding, right? Mm-hmm. So in a Darkfriends social,
well, and just what you said, I think is another reason
you might see a veiled person in the back.
Aiel are typically not Darkfriends. Is like we are not spies. So like in a lot of the
fuck you and us. I'm just saying that now.
Yeah, so a lot of times Darkfriends are spies, or they're trying to just gather information. So, like, again, that's not something that appeals to Aiel.
Right. Right.
But if you want to talk about the Aiel up in the waste, up in that, like, little village where they start sharpening their teeth, that's another story.
The town? Yeah.
Yeah. That's another story, because that is an all Aiel town. Mostly Aiel town. So,
yeah, but those are... I feel like
they're
I think that mostly they have been turned, right?
No,
were they forcibly turned?
I would think so, right? Because all of the male channelers that Aiel send all the male channelers to go fight the Dark One in the Blight, and then they get forcibly turned.
Some of them
because they're like crazy town.
There are volunteers, but regardless, if you're not volunteering, you're getting turned. So you're kind of fucked regardless. So
yeah,
I think that's the option given to you. Like you volunteer, or like you're fucked.
Yeah,
that's how the social parties work.
This is true.
It's a good kind of turning.
We need to
very juicy.
Sadly, tie this off.
Just like Sidar.
Right. So,
yes. So firstly, let me talk about the seltzer. The seltzer was very refreshing, actually. It might only be 4%, but I feel like it quenched thirst quite well. Just the right level of citrus and stuff to be a seltzer, but also, have a little bit of flavor. Because I have tried other seltzers and found them a tad flavorless. So this is, not bad.
Tad flavor.
No, Rob.
Tad
people
flavors.
come-
Yeah, I like there. You got the hidden stream connection there. Nice, nice.
So if you were in the
Malkier
desert,
People coming to Malkier Con, like they could potentially buy it somewhere in a store near you.
Yeah, I will have to check out the local,
Okay.
what would you call them, America? Supermarkets, grocery stores, whatever. I'll
yes,
check out
those things. Yes.
Those things. Yeah. I'll see.
And if you were in a desert location full of sand, if you had part of the threefold land to drink, it wouldn't feel like drinking sand? Is that what you're saying?
Apparently not. No. So, Threefold Celso, if you want to reach out and sponsor the show, I'm okay with it.
I would be
I
very
looked up.
intrigued.
They're a
taste
new
it.
company, very small, so I doubt that that's a thing. But why not?
Hey, maybe the small ones are good for weird ass small shows
Yeah, this is true.
with vague tie-ins to giant
We
brands.
will, threefold, whatever, we will do a fun little cookie.
You're really selling this really well.
They are.
Yeah.
I've ended the poll. Does Paddington Thane deserve chosen status? 57% of you say yes, he does.
Okay.
42% say no, but it was tied for a long time. So, yeah. And now I'm actually going to finish it off with something very different. Not very different. Something that hasn't dropped for a while, folks. This is breaking, not news, but this is breaking. So I need to change the music. We need to have something else.
Breaking the wheel? Wheel breaking?
Here we go, folks. This is not groundbreaking stuff, by the way. The Twitter of Chaos hasn't just put something out without me a DM or anything like that. So, but I just need to change the music because, folks, it's been a while since this has been out, and this is beautiful. I've had a quick flick through. I haven't read it properly. I'm going to actually read it. But folks,
Just fucking do it.
Maiden's List is back.
Oh yeah!
Bain&Chiad has released Maiden's List in the last 20 minutes or something like that, and
Yes.
it's beautiful, folks, because it's actually, here we go, it's about Recappas to die.
Oh.
Because we love Recappa. So Brian is doing well, the doctor's saying, which is great. But Bain&Chiad has gone and done a whole top 10 about things to love. I mean, just look at that face. Brian is awesome. Fucking love Brian.
Hey, I know.
These are perfect screenshots. Number one being a very Aiel Christmas, which
It's
we
the
teased
best.
last
The
week.
best.
It is brilliant.
So much time.
Manefrin Lego Edition. I'm just going to go through the titles. I'm not going to read them. The Wisdom of Emmonsfield. That one was
Oh my
brilliant. I very
god.
much
Oh
enjoyed
god,
that one.
that was so good.
The Witch and a Water Stole. Yeah, exactly. Top 10 Egwene moments. I love the Recappa. Nita, yeah. Yes, praise to that, definitely. Chart Aiel. I remember that one actually, yeah. That was a while back. How to Train Your Water. Oh, so cute. So cute. The Tinker Song. Wow, I'm having some good memories here. This is awesome. Tarvalon After Dark. Yeah, that's some great drawings there. This is amazing. My Part Will Go On, obviously, a beautiful parody. And the WhatCon main programming, which was stunning. So, folks, go check it out. Maiden's List will be popped into the Discord server. It's on thegreatblight.com, as you saw there. So, folks, yes, there was a main positive update about Brian. So, yes.
And there is a GoFundMe that you can continue to contribute to if you want to. If you feel you're able to. Brian can.
I'm sure that'll be mentioned.
Help, yeah. And Brian's husband does post on a website that is linked to that. And the Tarvalon After Dark does repost that. So follow Tarvalon After Dark if you want to.
Yeah. It's out there. I won't load up for me to look at, but yeah, so go check out the Maiden's List after this way, folks, because it's wonderful. And if you're able to support Brian in any way, I know that Brian is very much appreciate that. And what a great note to end on this week. You know, there was great news about Brian's big stuff, all about Rakatha, which, you know, is beautiful. We love Rakatha. And we've had some good friend discussions as well. So I'm going to leave the music playing.
It's pretty great.
So, and folks, I'm going to do an impromptu. I didn't want my co-host to do this, but I'm going to announce that our 1 year anniversary is coming up, folks.
Hey.
And we do have a special episode planned.
We do.
And it is, if we actually did the 1 year anniversary of when we started this whole talk, we'd have to do it on opening day of Malkier. We decided not to do that. So we'll probably do, I think like we're looking the Thursday after Malkier, which is the 15th of September. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm sure the ladies have surprises. I have surprises.
No.
No.
Oh, yes, I do. I have things in the plans. You are not ready for what I have planned. I'm very excited about this one. I've been planning this one for months.
That's awesome. Yeah. 1 year of the Foldies.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy, right? Like, I feel like it's been forever. Like, I feel like we've been here for years and years. It's only been a year.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. Apparently, sorry, the music was a bit loud. Sorry about that, folks. It sounds good in my ears, but I don't know how loud it is coming across to the audience. So, oopsie. But yeah, that's going to be fun on September 15th. So we're going to have just a blast doing that. It's going to be a longer show, I'm sure. We've got to work out whether we're just going to have fun doing the show and then do Leigh-A's idea as like a separate thing, or whether we're going to like do it all that, because yeah, we've got lots of fun things we want to do.
Oh, it's not an idea, it's a thing. It's our idea.
So many surprises.
I'm stressing Bain&Chiad out now, so sorry. Sorry.
Okay, right. Roof Mistress, have we converted you?
Well, based off, again, what I said earlier, like, I understand a lot why some people, like, especially like in the context of Dana from the show, and there are several people on the books that say the same thing. Like the reasons that they want to go to the dark are not nefarious reasons, not self-promoting reasons. But nope, sorry, still not a dark friend, not a black Aja.
That's okay. More cookies for me.
Yes, this is true.
I'm totally fine with that.
All right, Moridin, thank you for joining us on 3 Fun Talk. And
yes,
thank you for having me.
Our friends and such. Mary Frenzy has turned up just in time for the end, so thank you, Mary, for joining us.
Hi, Frenzy.
You'll have to go back and enjoy the Darkfriends discussions and see me talk about Threefold Seltzer, which is not my own product, but it was something we discovered is being sold here in the UK. So, which is hilarious. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next week, I'm sure. And until next time, may you always find water.
Okay, put Dana Lou's comment up. Okay.
Wait the station.
Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah.
Boring. The worst.
Yeah.
Just because I want to stab people doesn't mean I'm a dark friend.
Oh, you know, Leigh-A left. What a shame.
You know, there's a reason we always say, "May you always find water and shade."
Yeah.
Because you are in the shadows. Ooh.